Welcome. I'm Marlene Peterson, the founder and creator of Libraries of Hope and the finder of the Well-Educated Heart philosophy of learning. This is the home of Mothers of Influence, and my message is that mothers matter. One of the founders of the modern-day women's movement wrote, "When the mother learns the divine secrets of her power, then shall the blessed prophecy of the world's peace come true. Mother love works magic on humanity." While my message is aimed at mothers because of her divine gifts in nurturing hearts, the Well-Educated Heart is for anyone seeking to live a much more abundant and joyful life. It is created as an uplift for humanity by softening hard hearts. You will notice an emphasis on the arts, music, paintings, poetry, story. There's a simple explanation for that. The definition of barbarism is ignorance of the arts. And conversely, the definition of civilization is knowledge of the arts. The arts have the power to refine and ennoble us. They are the keys that unlock truths to the deepest part of the heart, where they can effect change. Their power to change us is why it has always been the poet, the storyteller, the musician, the artist who has reset the course for good. We are gathering a community of families who are relearning the lost arts of educating hearts through the arts. We seek to preserve a culture of faith, freedom, and family, and a love of the good, the true, and the beautiful in a time when all these things are under attack. It takes courage to walk this path. Our objective is simple: joy. After all, joy, as C.S. Lewis wrote, is the serious business of heaven. This work necessarily involves educating our young, so you will find many homeschoolers here and many resources for them to use. But the things you will learn and the resources we provide can be used if your kids attend public or private schools, are all grown up, or even if you have never had children of your own. The painting you see on the home page of our website is called In Thought by the Danish painter H.A. Brendekild. To me, it relays a sense of longing for something better. You might say it embodies hope. It was that longing for something better that gave explorers the courage to leave familiar shorelines and risk the voyage over an unknown deep, where they discovered a new world. Actually, it was new to them, but it was an old and ancient world. I, too, have been on a journey of discovery in searching for a better world, and in the exploration process, I also discovered a new old world. The inhabitants of this world lived in an era known as the Golden Age of children's literature at the end of the 19th century and into the 20th. These men and women were inspired educators of the heart. As I immersed myself in their writings, they became like dear friends to me. I lived with them. They were delightful company, refined, cultured, noble, humble, faithful, brave, selfless, wise, and above all, joyful. They gave me a taste of what a rich, abundant life feels like. I read their words and thought their thoughts until they were so woven into me I could no longer determine where their thoughts ended and mine began. Their influence lifted me and made me want to be better. I felt my heart and understanding expand in ways I had never before experienced. They opened my eyes to the beauty and truth that has always surrounded me, but somehow I never saw it. I felt a light shining through them, and that light changed me just by being in their presence. As a mother nurtures her own heart and fills it with light, that same light will influence those around her, especially her children. I have been bringing back treasures from this new old world for you to nurture your heart with, and have loved sharing them, but I've only begun to discover the buried treasure. My invitation to you is to come back with me and see for yourself. There are still so many riches waiting for you. There's nothing complicated here, but it requires most of us to look at learning through new eyes. Matters of the heart cannot be taught directly. It requires catching a vision, and that moment happens differently for each person. But when it does, it is very freeing, and you will start seeing lots of things through new eyes. It's hard to explain. It's like a light turns on inside. I often hear, "Just tell me what to do." I'm sorry, but I never tell you what to do. That's not my job. This is not a paint by number. You are an artist, and the masterpiece you create will be entirely your own. The well-educated heart helps you discover the artist already within you. Like 18th century Swiss educator Pestalozzi wrote, "I wish to wrest education from cheap artificial teaching tricks and entrust it to the eternal process of nature herself, to the light which God has kindled and kept alive in the hearts of fathers and mothers." Partway through Columbus's voyage, his old means of navigation failed him, and he had to rely more on the celestial bodies above him and to listen to the instincts of his heart. You will find yourself in the same boat. As Charlotte Mason taught, true education is between a child's soul and God. You may as well attempt to garden without sunshine as think you can do this work without God. All denominations of faith are welcome here. I personally am a follower of Jesus Christ. Love is the foundation of His work and our work. In fact, His work is our work. As you move forward on this path, if you choose to take it, be kind to yourself. I often hear moms express regret that they didn't know these things earlier, that it's too late for them. There's no such thing as too late. I didn't learn these things until after all of my 9 children were grown up and had moved away from home. Your influence has no boundaries or timetable. As C.S. Lewis taught, you can't go back and change the beginning, but you can start where you are and change the ending. There's no way to test and measure the success of this philosophy. It can only be seen in its fruits. Here is a sampling of the fruit I receive from others nearly every single day. I'm starting once again to really internalize that what I do at home matters. I feel alive again. Rather than enduring motherhood and having small moments of joy with my children, my joy and gratitude is overflowing, and I see the essential role I play in being a mother. Thank you for empowering me as a mother. I no longer feel it is a waste of my time. A year ago, I truly believed it was. I sit in awe constantly at how much my heart grows in this process. It hasn't happened overnight, but slowly as I make my way through all this incredible information, I find myself letting go more and more of what others tell me I need to teach my children and trusting my heart instead. You've opened another outlet for learning on a deeper level. It is like the world is really 1,000 times fuller, deeper, and grander than what we normally see and hear. I have noticed a definite difference in the amount of questions I have about life and the amount of answers I am receiving. The well-educated heart has truly changed our family. You are an inspiration to not only moms teaching their children, but to grown men trying to run a company. My marriage imploded, and we escaped to a homeless shelter. Well-educated heart and mothers of influence gave me confidence, encouragement, and hope I desperately needed. All I can say is the well-educated heart was an answer to my heartfelt prayers. Mine and my family's lives have changed forever through the process, and I know God led me here by nothing less than a miracle. It was the paradigm shift I'd been praying for years. Oh, if the world could only stop long enough for one generation of mothers to be all right, what a millennium could be begun in 30 years. Can we be that one generation of mothers? You're invited to join with us and be a mother of influence. Take the next step by going through the free Catch the Vision introductory course, starting with the 2 other videos here on the homepage. If what you learn resonates in your heart and you would like to continue, You will be invited to be part of an ongoing Mothers University where you will join with mothers from around the world who are seeking to nurture their own hearts and to be a light to those around them. Keep in mind, this is a journey, not a destination, so do enjoy each step along the way. In a world filled with increasing hopelessness, here you will find a message of hope. By small and simple means, great things can be brought to pass.